Whoa, how's it going? I'm trying out near music today, because, I feel like that might get me, no node, but who knows? It might work. Okay. Let me just tweet out that I'm live. There's how, it's like, how do I get the link? That's how. I found the button. Day 2 of work for Minijam 135. Live now. Okay. That is tweeted out. So, I'm not gonna like do the thing where I have my myself be big and take up the entire screen, because I just kind of want to get into it, you know. Let me actually open up Godot. I probably should have done that beforehand, you know? But hey. What can I say? So, I did do some testing. I did do some testing off camera. I watched a few tutorials. I asked ChatGPT for advice on the grappling, and this is what it was. Let me actually make Death not move, because he's really just colliding with me, and it's causing like a bunch of weird stuff. So this is what it was, and it is like working, but it's like very odd. And like if I'm below something, I can't like slingshot myself up really. Like I kind of can, but it's just it just the force of gravity, you know, is too strong. So in here, let me actually pull up the stuff that I wrote. Let me pull up the stuff that I wrote the other night, last night and this morning, I guess I should say. So here's all what I added. So I added const for air excel, and 30 seemed to be a good value for that, but I also have 20 written in, and then I also have const airspeed, which 30 was also a good value for that, but 100 might work better, might make it a lot faster. The grappling hook code remains largely the same, I believe. I don't think I altered this much. I'm just like comparing and contrasting the two right now. Let me pull up YouTube chat just so I can see if anybody says anything. So sprint, yep. This all looks good. So in here, if grappling velocity minus equals impulse, yep, that's right. And then in here, I have another if statement where if self dot is on floor, then do this stuff, else lat vel equals lat vel dot move towards inputs times airspeed at air excel times delta. So I'm not even like doing a thing where like I switch out the excel and the max speed. It's just, this is if you're in the air, you're gonna be doing the air stuff, right? And then if not grappling, then you get affected by gravity. And this all looks right here. And down here, instead of having this, I actually, thanks to ChatGPT actually, I learned that there's a function called impulse.limit length 200. So that just keeps it so that it's less than 200, right? It doesn't make it makes it so that it can't go over that, which is a lot better than checking if it's like over 200 and then making it go less than 200. At least I feel like. It's probably more complex and probably faster than doing it myself. So impulse plus equals grapple dir times delta times 60 is the value that I found was good. And then plus equals, here's an odd part. So I'm taking the camera, project ray normal. So projecting it, basically getting where you're looking, right? But since the camera is kind of like a weird rounded object, because it's the FOV is not going to be exact, right? But since we just want the center of it, it's essentially just where you're looking exactly. And this needs to be times delta times 20. So what this does is it actually makes you also accelerate in the direction that you're looking, right? And this is something that I know Titanfall does and Apex Legends 2, where it just makes the grapple feel better, I think, because it allows you to like kind of control yourself more just by where you're looking, which is kind of like second nature almost. So now I'm trying to like find a good way to balance my windows, which has always been a struggle here, but this is probably good. I also do believe I actually changed some camera code, but for the most part, like, you can see that I am in fact doing stuff. And it does seem to be working pretty well. Like, I'm able to grapple a lot better. Actually, one thing that I didn't change that I think I might is when you right click, I want to make gravity equal fall grab, even if you're not like rising. I don't know if it's that way to begin with. Might be. But I just feel like you get a lot of air and then it's kind of hard to fall back down, right? But this does feel a lot better, and I can like manipulate myself and go over here, kind of slingshot. And also what that like air thing did is it lets you kind of theoretically. Why isn't it working? It should be moving towards, yep, that. Hold on, let me consult my other code that I wrote. So move and slide there, yep. Weird. It should be. I shouldn't be, like, I should be able to kind of just coast along if I'm jumping, right? If self.is on floor, else lat_vel.move towards inputs times airspeed. Air excelled times delta, yes. Is it... My acceleration should be plenty there. I'm gonna check out the camera code and maybe that could solve something. I doubt it, but... What did I change here? I changed a fair bit, it seems. Or maybe not too much. Wait, this is the player code. That would explain why it seemed like I changed so much. Open up camera. Okay. So... in here, for the color rectangle movement, I just altered it so that it checks if the color rectangle, or if the point is within the camera, like within the field of view, so that if it's behind you, like in its old state where it would be behind you, if I put it, well, if I have it actually show up, I said if I have it actually show up, let's have it over there. Like, you can see that it's kind of weird and, like, not... Like, it does work, yes, but it's, like, also showing up where it shouldn't. Like, up there. It just went in the upper left corner for some reason. So that's what this is doing. It's just making sure that it's, like... Well, if it works... I don't know why it doesn't work sometimes. Why... Why is it like if I click on this wall, I genuinely have no clue what the deal is there. But it's just making it so that it only appears if I'm looking at it, right? If it should be rendered, then it is rendered. And if it shouldn't be rendered, then it isn't. So for here, I just altered the licking stuff, where grapple point equal, or no, maybe I didn't change it. I do have some code, but I've commented it out because I didn't like it. So okay. So that's not a problem. Now, why is it not working if I'm midair? If I have it just like print something out, print these, say, then it is like acknowledging that I am above the ground. Inputs times airspeed, yes, is something like here. I'll try just copy pasting what I wrote over here. I do have a commented out thing, but that shouldn't cause problems because it's a comment. Comments don't do anything. So now it's working. You can see that I'm like able to go really fast if I b-hop. So what was the problem here? Ah, it's this line up here. Yes, I forgot to have. So this is for walking on the ground, but since I had it outside of the is on floor if statement, then it was like, oh, you're not on the, or it doesn't matter if you're on the floor or not. It's just always gonna say move towards the max speed, but I don't want it to move towards the max speed if it's an air. I want you to have higher max speed, I should say. So now I'm able to go freaking kind of fast with b-hops. That's pretty cool. I feel like I should almost have the like looking direction be more strong, right? Like maybe if that's 40 instead of 20. Like, you kind of bring me over here. I think it's okay. I actually will say I think that it might be a stupid I think it might be a stupid idea to kind of like fine-tune things in this, because this is just a very crappy environment to test in. It's just kind of two walls and not much else. But also so the whole thing where it's like only showing up if I like it only shows up the little icon if I start by grabbing, like this is the wall that I start by looking at. If I grab this one, okay, well never mind, that theory's out of the way. But yeah, I think that this feels pretty decent, and it'll feel better when I add in like a thing that draws between where you are and where you're going, you know? And also have like a grappling hook model in your hand. But let's open up Blender, right, and make an environment. So in my head, I'm kind of picturing like a cityscape almost. I open up the wrong version of Blender. I really need to solve that because I have Blender 3.5 and then Blender like 3.2 installed. Blender 3.2 is just called Blender. So whenever I type Blender into the search bar, it just says, oh, you want Blender, not Blender 3.5? And I say, sure. But then that's not what I want. Let's see, do I have... Will this one work? There it is, there's Blender. And I'm actually gonna hide it quick, because I don't want to show my files. I have secret files. I'm just gonna call this city, right? Because in my head right now, I'm kind of imagining like swinging through a city. So first off, I'm gonna start off with a big plane. make it very large. Let's say dimensions 1000 by 1000. That's 1000 by 100. Let's add another 0. Bada bing, right? Gonna control A to apply the scale. And then zoom out a little, because it's hard to see it all at once. And I believe that I can, in the view, increase the clip end so that I can actually see the whole thing at once, because that's kind of important. I'll just make this 5000 so that I can see plenty far. So now I want to subdivide it by quite a bit. So I think I'm gonna try doing like Spider-Man style buildings. I say Spider-Man, I mean like New York type stuff, right? Let me just subdivide it again, just to make it smaller, more fine, granular. And then, so now I can see it all, and now I think I'm just gonna select a bunch of random stuff. So I'm gonna switch to brush select. And just grab stuff, right? How do I make it smaller? I know there's like a way to. Is it Alt scroll wheel? No. Shift scroll wheel? No. I mean, I could probably just lower it up here. Make it 10, say. Yeah. So, let's see. I want like a big street going down the middle that you can easily swing through, kinda. Some side streets or some like alleyways between these blocks. Just like that. Like make this a big alleyway. I think the outside edge should be big and like fully around. Just so that you can, just so that you don't launch yourself out of the play area. I'm like being careful so that I don't accidentally select something wrong and delete a bunch of work. Just kind of selecting areas where I think that there should be buildings. This will be a nice long boy. And this will just be like a turn in the road, right? Over here, where it's gonna kind of snail. So something like this, maybe. Make another big long boy, just for the heck of it. Make some just small guys, some fall guys in here. And then over here, I kind of want to do like some circulars. So like maybe a wavy, like, I'm not a fan of that wave. Maybe it's something like this. Where it's like kind of overlaid with itself. And then just add in a few little guys here and here. Add something in this corner. Add something in this corner. Add something over here. Add something there. Okay. So now I want to just extrude these all up a bunch. 300 meters sounds good. Yeah. And I'm actually going to select only these top ones, which I'm sure I could just do like so. No? Come on. There we go. Deselect these. That's not how you deselect, it's probably shift, no? I'm not familiar with Blender's, like, stuff, but I could just do this. Because I already know that's the outer edge, right? So, I can just grab this outer edge. And then just move it up. Now, I should probably grab these boys, too, since they're connected. and otherwise it's gonna look weird. I've had my fair share of problems with normal maps, and let me tell you, or not normal maps, UV maps. Okay, that looks good over there, and then over here, grab these bad boys, move them up. Let's move them up to about 800 meters, I believe that is. And that looks good. Now, I've heard that in Blender, or in Godot, you can have it straight up just import from Blender. Oh. Apparently, I lost connection for a second. I hope it's doing well. I hope the stream still seems to be running. Yeah. That was weird. I had like a pop-up show appear. That's very odd. But so I guess I'll just export the Blender file quick as like an OBJ. I can mess with that whole deal later, where it's like weird import stuff. But for now, there it is. There's the big city, the Big Apple. And it is a pretty big apple, you gotta admit. So I'll just reset its transform, make it at the center of the world. And I'll actually move it down just a little. No, I'll keep it normal. I'll keep it at its normal height. It does look like absolute trash though, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a material and do my classic of just giving it a noise texture, just so that you can see like a bunch of the, not detailed, but like you can see that there is very clearly, you know, stuff happening. And I'll just turn off. Well, first I should actually probably make it so that the city has collision, right? So just create tri-mesh static body. And then for the like world that I was previously in, I'll just move it up so that it's not clipping horribly and bothering me. So now I'm in the big city and I can swing around. Whoa. I'm Spider-Man. Oh, I'm actually noticing that my grapple isn't long enough for like an area this big. I mean, it's big enough, I'm sure. It's a very long grappling hook, fellas. But it's, yeah. It's only so long. I only had it like cast out so far. So I could make it, I kind of do want to keep it like on the more reasonable, smaller side so that you can't just cross-map grapple. But like something like this is pretty solid. Yeah, it's actually, this feels not bad. I actually think that I might increase the like player's input more and have it affect more than the like grapple direction. But my main problem with that is now I can just like now I can just go up just by touching the ground, right? And like this is like freaking Gmod no clip flight. So maybe I just have them both be 50, right? And then I can do that, but I'm going somewhere still. I should theoretically not be doing that. Maybe I do need it to be a bit higher, but just with this, just all of this swinging that I'm doing, I kind of yeah, this isn't bad. I feel like it does need to be like stiffer, right? It needs to be more taut. So if I make this be like 100, something big, and then this 80, that should make it stiffer. I think. Maybe. Man, I see stuff like this, and it's just like, oh, I should really get into doing VR stuff more, because stuff like this in VR would be absolutely insane, but also, like, fun, right? Because, like, I feel like just grappling hooks in VR are great. There's a game series called Windlands, which is pretty fun. Or the first one's fun. The second one kind of sucks. IMHO. Like, the first one is just a very good grappling hook around environments type game. Very good grappling hook around, like, just platforming stuff. Grab the crystals, beat the level, you know, whatever. The second one, they add, like, a bunch of story stuff and combat, and it just kind of, it feels like it detracts from the experience of just running around grappling hooking, you know? Where is Death? He should be, there he is. So I feel like one thing, I should really make this jump higher, because with how big the world is, I mean, I could make the grappling hook be less fast. Would also be an option, right? If I just made it. This might be an oversight. Ability to fly. I'm gonna try moving this over here and adding that before, because that might do something. It seems to make it worse. Hold on, let me, I gotta, like, do some stuff and make sure that Death is, out of my hair, right? Because with him around, it's just a whole something or other. So, this feels awful. I don't know how it, like, it should theoretically not be very different, but, like, it is. I seem to have less ability to, like, go away from there. Like, I am, you know, kind of rubber banding back. So, let's see. What did I do there? I just increased the value by, like, 100 for no reason. Let's try it with the stupid value. I don't know why I said 200 there, but I just kind of, let's see how it is. I'm going to remove Death's AI again, or make him not move, because it's, like, annoying right now. He's not an obstacle, he's just a nuisance. So, like, what's happening here? Why am I should have, like, gone back there hard, right? Like, why can't I go towards the point? Okay, I could go there very well there. But, like, if I overshoot it, say, and then try to go back, it seems like there's a problem. Right? What's happening? This is hard to tell what's going on. And, like, here, why am I just floating? Why am I floating? I shouldn't be floating. Okay, now I'm moving. But I feel like this shouldn't be how this works. I should just be going towards the point, right? Is it because I have impulse? Do I have impulse resetting? It should, right? Yeah. it resets on Rick, but does it reset on Lick? Yeah. So, if I have this just be small values, such as 10 and 20, I think having them flipped around is causing some weird problem, and I'm not sure what the problem is, but it seems like there is a problem. Yeah, like, what's the deal here? If I remove the camera, I wonder if it's like, because the problems that I was having might have just been that I was giving it way too much sauce, right? Because like that was a pretty decent grapple slingshot, albeit a bit slow. And like that was good. So maybe if I limit the length to 200 but have it accelerate slow, then I could also try having it, ooh, I know what I could do. I could have it lerp to max speed. So if I have it lerp, linear interpolation that is, then it would start off like going fast and then slow down its acceleration. So like, instead of this, if I had impulse equals lerp, lerp from impulse to grapple dirt times 20, or grapple dirt times 200 at a speed of delta times 20, or at a weight of, the weight here is weird because it's like asking you what stage of it you want to be at. So like if it's something more like 0.2, right? And also, is lerp for, does it work for vector 3s? Both from and to must be the same type. Okay, it does support vector 3s. So now it's being weird. It's just making me go up. Is it because I'm limiting the length? Okay, that impulse equals lerp that at, let's have this be at 1, right? No, that's not working. Print, that's not how you spell print. Print impulse. It should be high. I'm gonna be blocking the text, but whatevs. I don't hashtag care. Oh wait, is it because, why did I comment out grappleder? Why did I comment that part out? That would make sense. There we go. Now, I'm going pretty fast. And I don't need to print that out. So if I have this be like 0.2, like I started with, how's this? It brings me close, yes. How does it like slingshot? Okay, I want to launch myself into the air. See how that works. Like, bada boom. Okay. I mean, this does work like decently well. It's a different kind of like grappling. Oh, it's because it's if I have it be 0.1, I'm gonna have it be 0.01, see how that is. Okay. I actually kind of like this one a lot. You know, it's pretty loose, but it's not like bad. I feel like if I have it this way, I do want to have that, and then maybe limit the length again. So now the camera does like move with it, right? Or the camera pointing does allow you to slingshot yourself a bit. And yeah, this doesn't feel that bad. I say as I like do something that just feels awful. There's a lot of game feel going on here. And let me just say, I mean, it certainly is. I like how you can like control that, like, oh, I want to go up here, and then you can, kind of. How does it, like, I can't creative fly in this, right? It doesn't seem like it, which is good. That's important. And I kind of, the more that I'm looking at it, the more I kind of think like, okay, less Spider-Man swing and more so like slide type swing, right? Like, if I had a cooldown so that you couldn't really like chain them together too much, then it would be more about kind of carrying on your speed while you're on the ground. And I could do that by having the sprint. If I have the sprint just have like the values that the if the sprint just has the values that the like normal walk have, or not normal walk, if the sprint has the values that the airspeed has, then it would be kind of like a slide, right? It would be more like a Titanfall slide where you keep a lot of your momentum. And yeah, this doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel that... It doesn't feel great, but I don't know if that's just like a lack of stuff. Also, I'm gonna skip this song because Ashes of Dreams is a nice song, but it has lyrics, and I feel like it might be like weird to listen to a man talking as there is singing music playing. But yeah, so this doesn't feel bad. Especially if I make it be kind of more about like redirecting your momentum, because like, okay, I'm kind of vibing with that. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I'm kind of digging this. Although I feel like it is kind of easy to go a bit too fast. So, I need to think of like what the actual gameplay would be, right? Because the ideas that were had last night were breakable walls by having Death run into them. Have Death run into walls to cause them to break things. And, like, also have him run into enemies to kill them. And, like, how do you make a game out of that? Or at least, like, a level, right? I want to make either an arcade type thing, or, like, a single level for what could potentially be a bigger game. Like, something with a clear, definitive end, or something that would just be a survival fest. I kind of do prefer the idea of doing, like, clear, definitive end. Because it just makes it feel more fleshed out, right? Having an arcade game, like, whatever. A lot of arcade games, I find, and by arcade I mean, like, indie games that are designed to be just kind of endurance tests, are just kind of that. Like, there's not much depth to them. It's just kind of, hey, play around in this area, play around in this area. I don't know. I think I would prefer to do a, like, actual clear definitive end with an actual goal. So maybe if it's something like, okay, if it's a thing where there's a city with, like, so you have a city, and there's a bunch of different, like, areas, like 3 different areas, connecting them, there's doors that you need to have Death smash into to break, right? And then there's also, just, like, zombies or something. Maybe not zombies, maybe, like, demons. Something. That just run around, and they're, you know, the big bads that you kill with Death. And so the whole goal is that you eradicate all of them. And that doesn't sound bad. That sounds like a decent idea. I actually kind of like that idea. I think I'm going to try switching to the Nier Automata soundtrack. Because I've kind of went through the entire Replicant soundtrack. What's the starting song? This is like the title screen type deal. So, yeah, I'm actually decently happy with how it feels right now. I'm gonna switch the, like, run speed to be 100. I'll make it... What was it before? 20? I'll make it 50. So that you kind of do still need to be hop, but it's a lot less required. And running does feel fast. I feel like it should still be a thing where it's like you gotta kind of... No, running should be slower. Running... Because... I think b-hopping should just be the name of the game. Because, like, that does feel pretty solid, I gotta say. So now, I think it's time to code in Death's AI proper. And by AI, there's big quotation marks around both A and I. I will say, with having enemies that, like, walk around like demon type stuff, the big problem I see happening with that is I feel like it would be, I feel like it would cause problems with lower end computers, right? If I have, you know, like 100 agents walking around. Also that, huh. I want to open the orbs shader quick because if I have it render mode, cull disabled. There we go. That makes it look a lot more full. Because before it was not. Before I did that, it's only like showing the front end, but now it shows the back too, and that looks cool. I also want to add in a light inside of it, an Omni light. There it is. Set it to have a range of 20, I believe. And then have its attenuation be super, just as close to 0 as it can go. Where is it? I want to like see this light better. Let me turn off the big one. Yeah. Full energy. Okay, so only 10 range. Made it too big. The red actually does kind of look cool. I was thinking of doing negative. So, a negative white also. So that's just like black, right? Do I want it to be 20? 15? 10. Weird. It doesn't look like it's full, but I guess it's as full as it's gonna get. So now he's gonna have like an aura of death around him, you could say. It's just like affecting the ball around him weirdly, but that's okay. Whatevs. I kind of did like it when it was red. That kind of looked cool. Well, now why doesn't it? It looks weird. Probably because it's, if I have it negative, everything but red, then it should just stay deep blood red. How does that look like in the game itself? Death, hello. I kind of think the black might look better. I'm not too familiar with what these other settings do, but this seems decent. Specular, maybe turn that up. Nah. And in the game itself, there he is. He's big and edgy. He almost needs to be bigger, I feel like. This is a big area. Make this 20, 40. And make the light bigger too. To accommodate. Like that, maybe? Let's have him start moving. Since his max speed, I think his max speed should just be 200 with 20 acceleration. So that he can move towards you, and he could move faster than you on like a straightaway. Maybe his accel's too low. Let's have his acceleration be 100. See how that is. There he is. He seems to get caught on stuff. If I have him... Because my two options are either he bounces off of stuff or he, like, goes through stuff. I prefer the idea of him bouncing. And actually what I could do is I could make him a rigid body instead of a, like, kinematic body, or character body as they're called. Just delete this, name this to death, attach the script, rigid body 3D. And then this should be linear velocity and linear velocity dot length, limit length to 200. Or I'll have it limit to max speed even. So that should do that. Make him not affected by gravity. But part of the reason why he's a rigid body now is so that I can add body entered. So body entered is basically when he connects with a body. So I should be able to say body dot collision point. Pass. Collision. Collide, maybe? That's shape 2D. Oh wait, could I just do that for his collision shape? No. I think it would be in a rigid body. The thing that I'm looking for. I'm looking for contact. That's what I want. So contact monitor maybe? No, that's a Boolean. That's just if it is contacting. Can I get just its contact? Let's see. It would be would it get contact count? Okay. So this will return a list of bodies colliding with this one. Okay. Get colliding bodies. Or get contact count. This is what I want. Maybe? Or maybe this is what I want. I want like the point of collision. In just collision object 3D, there shouldn't be get like point of collision, right? Is there? Doesn't seem to be. So back to rigid body. Or does physics body 3D have anything? Move and collide, that's for kinematic collisions. Wait, yeah, that's what I could do. Okay, remember how I just changed it over to, remember how I just changed it over to being a rigid body? What if I made it a character body again? And just undid that. Death. There he is. Character body 3D. And this should just be velocity again. Remove that connection thing. And then I can have it move and collide. Move and collide with the motion of velocity. And then what else? I don't need to do this stuff. Max collisions is set to 1. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. Get angle of this collision. Returns the collision angle according to up direction. Get normal. That's probably what I want. Returns colliding body shape normal. Yep, that sounds like I want. That sounds like what I want. So if I have var collision equal that, right? And then I have if is that, does it say if it's like done it? If max collision, can I just do print collision dot normal of 0. Can't get null instance. Okay, so if collision is not equal to null, then do this. Where's he going? Where is he? He seems to be caught on something. But okay, maybe he's just moving too fast. Maybe I should make him move slower for this. Max speed, just have that be 20. Something a bit more reasonable. He's doing a lot. Oh, he's clipping into stuff, maybe. Is that clipping, or is that just him being stuck? Well, whatever it is. If that's not null. Velocity dot bounce with the collision dot get normal. Is that all I need to do? That seems like too easy, right? Apparently he's bouncing, all right. I should probably have Why is he going so fast also? Like, he should not be going that fast, right? With just 2 and 1. He's going insanely fast, I gotta say. Is it because I'm passing the velocity as an argument for move and collide? But then, like, he's not bouncing, right? Does it have something to do with limiting the length? No, let me try not passing the velocity through with this. Is that going to cause error? Okay, so it is. So I do need to pass the velocity with that. I'm just going to have him have velocity equal vector 3, 0, 1, 1. He's not bouncing. Why isn't he bouncing? Do I need to do velocity equals velocity dot bounce? That's probably what the problem is. And I'll also make it be -1 so that it's like a bouncy ball. Hello? He seems stuck. Let's make his velocity back to just that. What's he doing? Why is he just getting stuck up there? Is it... Okay, so this... If testing only is true, the body does not move, but would... Yep, that's okay. I only need one result. What's the problem here? Get position. Get... I'm really confused because it should... He should just bounce. Right? Returns the bounced off vector from a plane. Yeah. So velocity dot bounce. If I just have it print velocity dot bounce. So it'll be, okay, so it's saying +1, -1, and that is what it should be. So I see what the problem is. I'm setting the velocity to this every single stinking frame. I'm stupid. This should be an on ready. Funk ready. So now, where'd he go? He's up. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, he had one more good bounce. I must catch up to him. I gotta catch up to him. No, don't go. Don't go. So if this is -1, just to start off with, then it should bounce off the ground, right? Yeah. There he goes. Okay. So now if I have his velocity plus equal that, then he wants to move towards the player while also bouncing. Oh, don't touch me. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be working mostly. Alright, that's pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Cool. And also, why is he so fast? He should only be moving, like, pretty slowly. He should be limited to 2 speed. Oh, it's because I'm moving and colliding, but not multiplying that by delta, I think. I think that's what the problem is. Let's see. Oh, hi there. And yeah, that did seem to be what the dealio was. I feel like I'd want to do more like corridors for the actual game, because I'm noticing that he gets caught on these buildings a lot. Like, where is he? Genuinely, I have no idea where is he over here? I thought I saw him. Oh, he's up there. There he is. He's down there. Like, he kind of just gets lost very quickly because he just gets stuck in the maze. Like, where is he? I genuinely can't tell. And also with his taller, his larger orb. Should it be larger? I feel like it kind of should, right? Like 30 by 60. And then have this. Have the actual mesh here. Or no, I'll just multiply this by 6. I want it to be like wider. Or maybe that's... Maybe it's too high vertically. If I have this... That looks a lot slower. I assume just because it's wider. I mean, I could make it like that. 3? That's not bad. I don't know, something's weird about it, but I can't put my finger on what the problem is. The Omni-Light needs to be bigger. And I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on, I'm gonna try to mute. Okay, I think I got it. So now, he seems to be working mostly. What now? What now? I guess I'll make stuff for him to run into, right? Because that's kind of important. So I need to make a area 3D inside of him, and death touch, and then have a collision inside of that, and have the collision be the size of the sphere. That's way too small. It's got to be 30, I believe, is what. Yeah, 30 is the current radius. And then inside of this, body entered, called death. So let's see. So now he's being chased by, or now he has a big area inside of him. I could see a thing where it's like death, okay, so new idea, potentially. The main point of the game is just to get to the end of the, like, area. And it's just basically a big, long hallway, right? And so you're going down this hallway being chased by Death, Mr. Death himself. Yeah, that's kind of the gist that I'm thinking of. Like, you're being chased down a hallway by Death, and there are barricades made out of, like, plants or something, so that it makes sense that that Death would kill them. And that's a pretty simple game, but I mean, it is a game, right? And death would affect not just the player, you know? So yeah, I think I might actually try going for that. I like the idea of a hallway more than like a big open area, because the thing is, a problem that I see occurring very easily is, I can see, well, one, Death getting caught behind stuff very easily, like he has in here, where it's just like, oh, the player's, you know, the player's like over here, but Death is just being constantly bounced between here and here and here and here and here and here and here, and it's just, he's not there, he's not present with that. But also, if I have, you know, a bunch of goons on the ground that you gotta kill with him, it's like, okay, there's a little spot of goons. There's a spot of goons here, but they're just not like you miss them, and it's like, well, now I gotta search every single nook and cranny of this area, and that's just not very fun, I don't think, searching every nook and cranny. So, I guess I'll go back into Blender. Is this Blender? No, this is Blender. There we are. There's Blender. Delete this bad boy. I think the length of 1,000 was pretty solid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another plane. Oh, this is a scary song. I'll make this 1,000 by 1,000 again. And this time I'm gonna do some of, oh wait, at first I should probably make it apply the scale so that it's actually like the correct numbers. I'm going to subdivide it like this, make these expand out that way so that I kind of have more corridors on the sides there. Gonna do that the same but for verticals. It's hard to see the lines, but they're there. You can kind of see them. So now I have kind of corridor type deals. And then inside of each of these, I'm going to use the knife. If I can find it, this is the knife. And grab that, and then bring it over there. That's good. Grab this, and bring it over there. That's good. Grab this, there, good. And then this, no, not that. This, no. I want like on the vertice, there we go. And that's good. So now, well actually I should quickly just extrude these out just a bit so that there is some depth here, so that it's not just flat. Just get these out a little. And then gotta get this so that it's like, oh, it's hard to tell just how big this thing is. If I make it be like that, and then I want to get them like super. I don't need to get them super close. I can just say this vertice. Okay, now this vertice. Now merge. Snap vertices. Merge vertices. At last. There we go. And there we go. That's that. So now I have the big area. And I'm just gonna extrude it, right? So like take this, 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 take this. Take all of these areas, grab them all, and then just extrude them up. 200 meters, let's say, like that. And you know what? I'm going to cut more vertices so that I can have the inner corners also be curved. That looks about right. Okay. Now for here, knife, like that. And then over here, like that. Bada bing, bada bing. No, not that. This, there, boom. Okay. Now I just need to select things again. So these, all of these inner pieces. And I'll make this go up like 200, I think. 200, and then the outer edge will be 300, and then it's like cool, right? That's cool. I think I forgot to, hold on, I'm now realizing that I forgot to, no, I did, okay, I forgot to change the name of the stream before I started it, but I remembered to change it last night after I forgot to change the previous one. So I'm actually good. Okay, and that looks pretty good, this thing. Yeah. Let's export it into Godot. So I'm just gonna call this like track. And there it is. So city, goodbye. I'm deleting it. and then track. I will make a tri-mesh static body, and I will also add a surface material, so that I can just add a noise texture, as I always do. This time it's going to be cellular. Ooh, look, cellular. It looks very beautiful. Oh, I'm inside of... Okay, yeah, that's probably something worth doing. Moving it down so that you don't spawn underneath it. High death. There he goes. So, in this track, I want him to get down here. Get down in here. Yeah, there he is. Why does he keep bouncing out? Do I need to make him accelerate more? Oh, yikes. I think I should make him accelerate more. Cool. There he is. He's like in me. So now, where is he? He's doing a real good job of keeping up with me. I feel like he's just bouncing out. He's not like posing a threat really, because he's just bouncing too much. If I make him just insanely accelerating, like sure, he's kind of glued to me to start with, but like the second I can get him to bounce off a wall like this, like, oh, he's... Whereas, okay, that's it. Like, he's either really fast or really, like look at that. That was, like, ideal, kinda. But now he's just doing his own thing. He's not really, like, going towards me at all. Right? Like... So... I wonder what I could do to fix this. I could have his speed lower as he gets closer to the player. Like I could lerp it, maybe? Where I just have velocity equals velocity dot, or no, it'll just be lerp. Lerp velocity to, I guess it would be, this is the goal, right? And then the weight will be 0.5, say. He's way too slow. I forgot to make him fast. He's really being close. I can't move because he's kind of being too close, you know? He won't get away. Let's lower the weight to 0.1. See how that is. Well, that's unideal, because he's not, like... What I could do is... Okay, so I have a timer, right? So, let me just make a timer for him. A timer. And I'm gonna call it retarget. When that time's out, I have it go into the death. I'm going to have it... Well, first I'm gonna have a variable called target equals vector3.0. Target equals player.position. Okay. And so then I could have this be target. No, this is one my I'd want it to have velocity equal this pretty much times max speed. And then I'm gonna have it retarget dot start let's say 4 seconds, and it's gonna stop here. Retarget dot stop. So it'll stop and then it'll start back up, and then when it's ready, I'm gonna have retarget start for 1 second. No, 4. So I'm gonna have a timer that counts down from 4 seconds, and then when it does, it'll get the player's position, and it'll just set its velocity so that's going towards that position. And then after 4 more seconds, it'll just get the player's position and then go towards it again. So now I should have some time where I can get out of the way. Well, now he's outside of the area. Oh, there he is. Cool. Yikes. He is doing a pretty good job of keeping up with me. Whoa. Ah, YouTube says, hold on, are you still listening? And which, yes, I am. Though I actually am enjoying this new version of, I am enjoying this new way of doing it for death. I think that this feels like, he feels like he's actually chasing you instead of just kind of hovering you around you, you know? Like, look at that. There he goes. And he still is pretty chaotic with his movements, but I feel like he might be more aggressive. Oh. Is he gonna, like, be able to come find me when I'm around this corner? Oh, yep, he did. Okay. I think that this is good enough for now. I think he's stuck outside. What? He got back in. Oh, it's probably because the collision for this area is such that I'm pretty sure, like, you can just go through that because it's only like one-sided. The side where it's visible. So, yeah. I guess I should make the walls that he can destroy by going into, right? So they'd be static bodies. I'm gonna call them living wall. And give it a collision shape. That's important. And then give it a mesh. That's also pretty important. Make them exist for real. That's so small. I guess just like everything else in this game is kind of huge. So it makes sense that it's kind of small. But still. Let's make it be 60 by 60. Just so that it's a very big like brick type deal. And I'm gonna color it with I'm just gonna make it green to show that it's like alive, right? And color of life and whatnot, and plants. And so with this, on body entered, if I just have this body be in a group called living wall, then I can just check if body dot is in group living wall, body dot q free. So if the big area around death gets into contact with any body, it'll check if the body's in the group called living wall, which this living wall is in the group called living wall, and then it'll destroy it if it is. So I could just make a bunch of these, scatter them about, kind of. Like so. And it should, like if I go over to this one, destroy it. Ah, he almost got it. Oh, he's gonna get that. No? He bounced off the floor a little. Got that one. That's kind of a potential issue. Is if I'm like grappling onto this and then he destroys it, I'm still like grappling onto the air. Ah! Maybe it's just because these are like very thin, but it does seem kind of hard to hit them. Oh. There it goes. Okay. Yikes. Don't come killing me, Death. But yeah, so if I take these and I kind of scatter them about like on this track, scale them up a bit so that they're like just big and kind of take up the entire thing. Just kind of place them around, you know. Like so. Okay. Yikes, I gotta get out of here. Death, don't come killing me, bro. Ah, he did come killing me. But he did kill the wall. And that's the goal, right? And so if I have... Alright, he went through 2 there. I feel like I almost need like a dash of sorts so that I can just get out of his way really quick. Oh. Or maybe just like thin alcoves, right? Oh. Like if I just have small alcoves, like small enough where if he gets caught in them, he'd easily get out, but like small enough where the player can kind of hide in there. That might be something that's like worth a try. But for now, I kind of think this isn't the worst idea. I will say I'm kind of running low on Steam though. I'm kind of a little bit. Let's just collapse all these so that it's just smaller in there. Yeah, huh. It's... I am... Something about it feels weird. Like, it's a very abstract idea for a game, right? Using a grappling hook to kind of, like, lure death around and have him destroy walls with it. Maybe it could be a high score type game, because now what I'm kind of thinking of, right, is a thing where you're just like in a jungle or like something where there's a bunch of plants, and you just grappling hook around and have death chase after you and have death kill everything, and like the goal is that you kill everything without dying yourself, maybe. And if I do like a jungle type thing, then I could maybe model like some, you know, ruins with like moss on them. I'm not opposed to this idea, actually. That actually sounds like it could be kind of cool, just thematically speaking, at least. Yeah, I could see that working. I'm just thinking right now of like, what all would that entail? If it's kind of like Splatoon almost style, like paint the ground with death almost, and then I could have each plant would just be kind of like green to start off with, and then instead of queue freeing the object, instead of doing this object.queue free, it'd be like object.kill, right? Which would make it so that it's that would just make it so that it just turns like gray and it increases your score. I kind of do like that idea more than just the tunnel type idea. My biggest problem, right, is how do you kind of kite death? But I wonder if, like, on an open area, like up here, just up top here, how well can I kite him? Like that, and then he's coming back at me. So, ooh. If I had a timer that maybe like made it more obvious when he's gonna like reset his trajectory, maybe that would be good. But I mean, it's not too hard to kite him. And I could also see it being fun to just like go really fast through the forest, like bee hopping style. Yeah, I actually kind of like this idea. I think it would work out pretty well, and I could have procedurally generated, I say, just like random placements of the trees per generation. Because that would be the main thing, right? Just a bunch of trees, but then also maybe a few things of like grass or plants. And then maybe just have like the actual temple itself be always good or something. I don't know. That's an idea that requires a bit of thinking, but for now I think I might call the stream there. I might stream more later tonight, but there are still 2 days left of the jam, so I might just kind of like work this idea a bit more just in my head as I do other things, and yeah, try to figure it out. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of put the stream over thing, like as I have Emil's song playing. Or wait, no, I wrote out like a thing that said stream over at one point. I think I deleted it. Let me write a new one. Alright. If I don't stream again, I'll probably be doing it again tomorrow to work on the game more, but otherwise, catch y'all on the flip side.